Hello everyone and welcome to part 6. So today we are going to carry on with the tank top walls like in part 5. It's going to just take a bit longer this time. We don't have Rich this time either, so I was doing it on my own. So yes, it's just me this time. But that is basically it. I think we actually do the propeller adjustment in this video as well. But it's easy enough, just lowering it by a couple of blocks. So yes, the propeller adjustment and the rest of the walls for the tank top, and that's what we will be doing today. So first things first, we're going to go to the back of the ship, because we're going to deal with the propellers first, before we do the walls. So, you got this compartment here, which is the first one at the back. You want to come to the second one from the back here, where your propellers start. And the red block represents the propellers that you've currently got in. So that's where they are at the minute. You just need to bring them down by 2 blocks. Have them coming down there. So get rid of that. And obviously it's going to go through your wall so you can easily see in the next compartment. Okay, and then the ones on the side here, this is where yours currently is. You're just going to lower that by 2 blocks. Okay, and take that one out. Okay, so again, that's where yours currently is. You're just going to bring it down by 2 blocks. Right there. Then run it through. And then this is the one that you've currently got in. Lower that by 2 as well. Okay, let's take this one out. Right, that's the first compartment dealt with. It's an easy adjustment. Just a bit of a pain. I do apologise that we're having to do this. Okay, so you just drag them through on the other end. Okay, ignore that random block there. Because this was actually the second take that I did. Even though it's an easy adjustment, I still managed to cock it up. There we go. Just make sure you get rid of the old ones. There you go. Okay. Next one. I didn't actually get that one going through the wall when I should have. It'll be hard to see where that one's coming through next. So make sure you punch through. So you can see on the other side. I've just done the exact same with that. There we go, I figured it out. Right. Okay, that's that section dealt with. So on to the next one. Don't know why I'm going so far forward like that. I think I decided to do the rest off screen, that's why. Yes. So I did the rest off screen, so obviously it's really easy, you just drag them through to this and stop at the same compartment that the old ones did. All that you're doing is lowering it all by 2 blocks and that's it. Okay, so now that that is dealt with, we can actually get on with the walls. So obviously it come to the point where we left off, which is where this funnel casing is, and we will crack on with the rest of the tank top walls. So it's the second funnel. We finished off in this room here. So obviously we're just going to come through to the next one. So we'll drop down, go through the door, so we can get the next door placement in. Okay, so it's all the way over there. So have your doorway coming out like that. Okay. And it's 2 red high and then 1 white. Well, the rest is going to be white, should I say. But obviously the red goes no higher than 2 blocks. Obviously I need to deal with this door casing first, which is what I was waiting to do. So from the right hand corner, the door is going to be on the 9th block. So punch the 9th block out. Obviously your doorway is going to be the same here. Bring it out by 2 there. And then it's going to be 2 high with the red, and then it's going to be white on top of that. So it's time to fill it in. So the red goes no higher than 2 blocks. And then it's going to be white on top of that. But this is where the video gets maybe potentially a little bit boring, because I've not really got anything to say. I've no news. I've nothing new to say. I've no gossip, apart from Rich is a meanie, but that's about it. But we all know that. But yeah, that's about it. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle for conversation, I think, is this part. So I might speed it up a little bit. Obviously, with the white walls, you're just taking it up to, I think, underneath the funnel, I think. Let's have a look. So obviously I'm just going to fill this bit in with World Edit. Be careful of your funnel casings, obviously. But yeah, that is the height that we're taking it up to by the look of it. So it shouldn't go any higher than these bunkers on the side. Oh, there we go. So no higher than the funnel and no higher than the bunkers on the side. Actually, I do have something new to say. Actually, I lied. Well, I didn't lie. I forgot. I've actually got a second channel now, but I'm not gonna. Eventually, I will post the link to it in the community tab, but I'm still in the process of setting it up. It's nothing like this one, where this one's based on Minecraft and stuff. It's video game soundtracks from all sorts of different video games. It's going to be a huge library by the time I'm finished. In fact, I dare say I probably never will be finished because there's just not that many games. But no, I enjoy listening to video game music a lot of the time, and excuse me, I find it a little bit of a pain when you have to search through multiple channels just to find like a certain soundtrack. So I've decided to just put it all in one space, which will be on my second channel. But yeah, because obviously this channel is pretty much stuck to just doing Minecraft now, and I do like doing other things, but I dare say I don't think anything else would work on this channel now that it's known for Minecraft interiors. So that's why I've made a second channel, so that I can do something a little bit different. So I'll stop waffling on for a minute because we need to sort this next compartment out. So the doorway for this one is directly in front. Yeah, but we'll just count it in anyway. Should be 9. Yes, there we go. So it's just 9 from the right. It's directly in front of the other doorway. And again, you bring it out by 2. And it's 2 high with the red in this compartment as well. Okay. So that's that doorway. So we'll deal with that wall on the left. So from this bit, the 5th block, place one there, then you want a doorway there, and then you're just going to run it up to the other wall here, which is 12 but 13 altogether if you count the block in front of the bulkhead. And we're going to start filling this one in now. So 2 high with the red, and the rest will be white. So yes, back to what I was saying. I don't feel like I've got much freedom with this channel anymore, because I don't think anyone would be interested in anything else if it wasn't Minecraft. So and you know, you can appreciate it does get a little bit boring and repetitive after a bit, considering I like to do other things as well. So that's why I've got the second channel. But don't worry, it's not priority over this one. This channel will always come first. This channel is my main channel. It's just a bit of a side hobby for me, really. I'll post the link in the community tab eventually, once I've got it a bit more set up. And I suspect more than half of you won't even, you know, go and check it out or subscribe or anything like that. But if you enjoy listening to video game music, it might just be a good channel for you. But we'll see. But yeah, that is pretty much the only new thing I have to report, really. Empress of Ireland's finished, so I can't talk about Empress of Ireland because there's nothing new there, it's finished. Queen Mary is still being worked on, although I think you are going to be happy with the level of detail. Because the next part 7, is going to be where we deal with the automatic doors, and that involves redstone, and that's never been my strong point, but fortunately the design on the doors is relatively simple. It's not too bad. But obviously the automatic doors, they're going to be optional. You don't have to have them in if you don't want to deal with the whole redstone thing, or you just don't want automatic doors. It's up to you. It will be optional, but it'll just mean it's a very short, easy part for you. If you decide to just do normal doors throughout, you'd still have to follow the tutorial to a degree to get the door placements, but it would definitely be a very quick part for you. But you know, I do recommend that you have them in, because they are a smart little feature, and it really doesn't actually take that long to do, so I do recommend you putting in the automatic doors. Right, that's another compartment done. Managed to waffle on a little bit then, didn't I? I don't know what I'm going to talk about for the rest of the video though. Oh dear. It'd help if I actually moved. I must have been having a drink of coffee or something. Oh, that reminds me, I've got one here. Lovely. Right, next compartment. Okay, so the doorway is going to be coming out by 2. And then obviously it's 2 red, 1 white for now. And the wall just goes all the way around. Obviously we're going to have to deal with that doorway. So if you come to the right, and we'll count in. So from the right, from this block, it is the 22nd block is where you want to punch the door out. And then we're just filling the walls in again. That's it. This one does come out by 2. I was just about to say it doesn't because I hadn't pre-filled it, but it obviously does. So there we go. Right, now you can just fill it in. Obviously this red that we're doing now, that doesn't go in every compartment. I think there might only be this one and maybe another one left where we actually put the red in, and then the rest is just pure white after that. By the way, if you can hear like noises in the background like this to be example, it's my chair. It's getting very noisy. I just wanted to let you know that it is the chair and not me. I mean, I might be old, but my bones aren't squeaking that much. So, yes, you may have noticed as well the new intro on the beginning of the video. We have a new guy that's helping out, so obviously I needed to add him to the intro. It's always a him, it's never a her. I am the only female in the group, even now to this day. Anyone new who's joined, it's never a female. But anyway, yeah, so I needed to change the intro because I needed to add someone in, and you may wonder why I've taken Will off. And that's because he's actually not part of this project like I thought he might end up being. I don't think I'll even get him over anytime soon to even like talk over a video or two. I think it's quite unlikely. I've still got my fingers crossed for it. But if he ends up being in one of these parts, then I'll add him very temporarily onto the intro. But it probably would only be 1 or 2 parts at best, I think. So anyway, but I hope you like the new intro. I quite like it. Okay, the next one, this is where the red stops, so it's just white from now on. So I'll get rid of the red because we're not going to need it anymore. So what we'll do is, we'll come down here, we'll go through the doorway, okay, and then that just comes out by just 1, I think. Or is it 2? There we go. Okay, that comes out by 2, and it's just all in white now. Okay, and then you're just going to follow the shape of the room all the way around. Obviously with the propellers you just do it around it like this. Nice and easy. And the rest of the room, well, it's going to be a little bit of a pain because you can't really overly use world edit because of the shape of the ship at this point. So it may take a little longer to do this part. But to say that I had nothing to talk about, I've done pretty alright at waffling on so far, so I'll see if I've anything else I can nag about. Don't know if I currently do. Jesus, that was nearly a Woody Woodpecker impression. I don't know what that laugh was all about. In fact, I don't know what's up with me today, actually. I think I might have had too much coffee. I think that's probably why I'm having no trouble waffling on, even though I've got nothing to talk about. I mean, I'm talking about something by not talking about anything in particular. By saying that I don't have anything to talk about, I'm actually managing to talk about something, so I don't know. I swear I've actually not been drinking. This is nothing to do with alcohol. It's either too much caffeine or it's to do with the heat wave that we're currently having. Because the problem is I've got at the minute, I am in a room that's red hot. You know, because of that, the computer's on and all sorts of stuff, and I can't have the window open because I'm recording. And I can't have my fan on because I'm recording. So I'm in a red hot room and I think I might be going a bit peculiar. But for these side walls here, obviously you just follow the shape of the ship like you have done previously. And yes, it's just a long, boring process really. But once these walls are in, it's done then. When we actually move on to the compartments and doing them properly, one less thing to worry about is doing the walls in each part. So that's that dealt with. I think in part 7 as well, we actually finished the rest of the walls that haven't been covered. So by the end of part 7, you're going to have all the bulkheads in, all the walls, the funnel casings coming down, you're going to have the propellers coming through. What else? Obviously you've got the double hull in. You're going to have the door placements in, automatic doors. So yeah, everything is going to be filled in, and it's going to be a lot better in the next parts after that. But I'm not having to worry about walls and doors and stuff like that. We can just do the actual room. So from part 8, hopefully, unless I find something else that needs doing, which I don't think I will, from part 8 we're going to be actually starting to fill the rooms in. So you might be happy to hear that. So for the sake of everybody, including myself, people not having to listen to me trying to imitate Woody Woodpecker and stuff like that, I've speeded the video up. And also it keeps the time in the video down. Obviously I didn't want to cut it out. I just wanted to show you that you know how to fill it in, even though it is pretty easy to fill in. I didn't want to just cut it out, so I've decided to just speed it up instead. I wish it was this quick in real life. But yes, it shouldn't take too long now. Obviously just doing around these bits can be a little bit of a pain. There we go. It's these side walls that are the worst, I think. As you can see, follow the shape of the ship and you can't go wrong. Use World Edit where you can to save some time. We'll be moving on to the next compartment very shortly. Yeah, because there's only so much waffling on that one can do. I am genuinely running out of things to talk about now. And the last thing I want is the rest of the part being quiet, because I have nothing to talk about. So the faster it goes, the better. Okay, so slow back down, so we're going to be practically finished. How many compartments have we got left to do now? I'll have a quick look in a second. Okay, so that's that room dealt with. Okay. So what? I didn't really get a chance to look there then. There's quite a few compartments to do, unfortunately. But this next one, it's just going to be pure white again. And yeah, it's just going to be a bit of a pain to fill in because you can't use World Edit for the most part. It's going to be a little dragged out again. But it needs to be done, so let's crack on. Any moment now. There we go. So from the doorway, I think it's straight in front of it, but we'll double check. So I'll come down to this one. Yeah, the doorway is directly in front. So this one comes out by 2. I've got a fruit fly in me again. I'm sure I've had that in a previous part. I can't wait for winter to roll in so that the fruit flies disappear. Yeah, the doorway is directly in front. Excuse me, and then it just comes out by 2. There we go. That's just a case of filling it in. So yes. So it's actually my birthday this month. It's actually my birthday in 11 days. Well, right now I'm recording on the 11th, which is September 11th, which is not a very nice date. So my birthday is in 11 days, where I will be the lovely age of 21. I wish. I'm much older than 21, unfortunately. As Deviol very nicely pointed out to me earlier, we were talking about September 11th and the fact that it's been 22 years today. I was 12 when it happened, and he wasn't even born. So I said to him, I feel old now, and he went, "No, you're not old. You're just ancient." So I will be getting him back for that one. Safe to say. I'm not ancient. I'm in my 30s. I don't know if I've ever revealed my actual age. I might have done in the Titanic tutorial, I'm not sure. But I'm in my 30s. So I wish I was 21 again. But it is right what they say. It is definitely downhill after 21. You know, your bones start cracking, your muscles start aching, you start forgetting things. It really is downhill. So enjoy your youth while you can. If you're still a youngling, let's fill that bit in there. Okay, and then the rest, obviously, we're just following the shape of the wall. You know the drill by now. So I think I'm actually going to speed this bit up. Yes. I think I'm definitely going to speed this bit up, or else it's going to drag out way too long. So another subject of discussion while we are filling these bits in. Who here watching this video likes spiders? Because I am absolutely petrified of them, and I don't know what it is about this summer, but they've been invading people's homes and they've been absolutely huge. Like me and Ball and Chain the other day, we had the biggest spider I've ever seen in the bath. And I literally had to call my friend to get her around to deal with it because she's not scared of spiders. Both me and Ball and Chain are absolutely terrified of them. I literally cannot go near them. You couldn't pay me to go near them. But yeah, they've just been absolutely huge. So between the fruit flies and the absolutely humongous spiders, and then on top of that you throw in the heat waves, which we currently have one at the minute. It's not been an overly fun summer, to be honest. Because these spiders, they're just horrendous. I mean, we literally thought to ourselves that we weren't going to be able to shower or anything until this spider was gone from the bath. And I literally had to call my friend and say, look, you need to come round and you need to deal with this minger in the bath because we can't have a shower until it's gone. Fortunately, after I called her to say come round please and deal with the spider, my mum and dad actually came round for a brew, and my dad got rid of it, but even he was shocked at the size of it. He thought we were exaggerating the size of it, and when he saw it, he could understand exactly why we couldn't go near it. So yes, it's not been a fun summer in my opinion. But yeah, that's that room done now. So obviously them bits with the propeller bits coming through, obviously just fill that all in white as well. It's pretty easy. This next compartment, there's a bit more to it because of the walls. It's a small compartment, but there's obviously a few walls we need to sort out, so we'll get on with that now. Okay, so first thing is first. We'll drop down to this doorway here. Okay. And obviously just turn around on yourself. And this doorway here is going to come out by 2 like it usually does. Okay. Obviously the wall behind it will just fill that bit in really quick. Because fortunately we don't need to go as high in this compartment. I nearly said apartment then department. I mean compartment. Too much coffee. Right, so that's the doorway dealt with. Okay, so what we'll deal with next is them walls there. So basically, I made this look really complicated by doing this. This is where your bulkhead is. But basically, from that block there, it's the 4th block forward. Okay. Then you want a doorway to the left. And then 3. And then just bring that back to the wall there. And then this one, just bring it all the way back to the wall there. And then 3 to the right. And then bring it back to the wall there. Excuse me. And then from this block here, you're just going to do a straight line up to the next bulkhead. Okay. The doorway is going to be 2. Obviously the doorway is going to be 1 to the left. Just like that. Okay, so that's that one dealt with. So we'll just double check some counts now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th one's your wall. 1 to the left and is your door. I don't know if that was 7 or what, but basically it's right up to the wall, and we've already done the door placement. So yes, I probably made that look more complicated than it needed to be. I think the door is 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. But anyway, let's continue. So this wall just goes straight up there. Okay. And then basically for the rest you're just following the shape of the walls. Well, yeah, a bit more filling in to do again now. Obviously it's all white, and fortunately we don't need to go as high in this one, so it shouldn't take too long. So I won't speed this bit up. If I've not made the door placements very clear, then I do apologise for that. Let me know if you have any trouble with it. Hopefully I made it clear enough. It's this heat, it's just, it's getting to me a little bit. It's way too hot in here now, because as the day goes on the temperature's increasing, and it's just and I've got to go to work again yet as well, so editing this video between jobs. So we'll get there in the end. I did say this bit was a bit longer because there were a little bit more to it in the previous part. I probably could have done with Richard's help on this part more than the first part, really. The first part was really easy compared to this one. Even though this is still easy, it's just dragged out a bit more. So Deviol came out with a good idea the other day for Halloween, for something to do on the channel. But it all depends on the Queen Mary really, and how far we've actually gotten into it. I don't think it will be possible because I don't think it'll be ready. But basically that for Halloween, because Queen Mary is renowned for being very haunted. And I do know a few of the stories. Like the guy that got trapped in one of the automatic doors. Was actually door 13, I think it was. I'll actually have to try and point that out at some point. Yeah, so plenty of people have died on the Queen Mary, especially like during the war and stuff. She transported a lot of troops, and obviously just normal passengers when it was just a passenger service. People died on it as well. So it's renowned for being very haunted. So Deviol had the idea of creating like this atmospheric kind of thing on Queen Mary while telling some ghost stories, which would have been kind of cool, but I don't think Queen Mary is going to be ready in time for that. Oh, I had a bit of lag there. So yeah, we might have to do something like that, maybe next Halloween. But yeah, just let me know in the comments if if that'd be something you'd be interested in or not. Because it's still Minecraft and it's still the ships and stuff like that, and so it's not coming away from what the channel's about. It's just doing something fun and different for a little bit. Because I do like to do different things other than interior tutorials. This is kind of something I just fell into during lockdown. I actually forgot to follow the shape of the ship there. Don't do what I just did. Make sure you follow the shape of the ship. But anyway, yeah, let me know if that'd be something you'd be interested in one day. Maybe for next Halloween, or maybe you can think of something that we can do for this Halloween. I don't know. I mean, obviously there's no ghost stories around the Titanic, not that I know of. Empress of Ireland, the same. I don't think the Nomadic's haunted, and the traffic just doesn't exist at all anymore, so I think Queen Mary's really the only ship that we could do that with. But if you have any ideas for Halloween, what we can do on the channel for a bit of entertainment, let me know. So I'm always up for hearing new ideas and stuff like that. Obviously I'm doing all this for you guys, so obviously I want to entertain, but I only want to do things that you're actually going to watch and not waste my time on something that's just going to be the biggest waste of time ever. Oh yes, let me know in the comments if you've got any ideas, or if you like the Queen Mary idea for probably next year, because I really doubt Queen Mary's going to be anywhere near ready for something like that. It is. Sorry, I'm having a bit of trouble with my throat. I think I need another drink. I'm out of coffee, but I don't think it's a good idea I have another coffee. I really don't think it's a good idea. So obviously this marking out that you've got there, it's not there for you. And then doorways, they're not there for you at the minute either. It just caused me a bit of confusion because it is there for me. We'll deal with those doors when we actually do this compartment. So for now, you just bring these walls up. That's all you need to do. Well, we're nearly done with this one now. Ooh, it is crazy hot in this room. Safe to say I will be cracking the fan on the second I'm finished talking. Just this last bit to do now. See, because the thing is, in the UK, most houses and most workplaces don't have air conditioning, and that's why the British complain about the weather so much. It's because we can't deal with it. We're not equipped for it. We're not even equipped for snow. A snowflake falls on the ground and everything shuts down. Okay, next compartment. Not too much to do now. Hopefully this one's a bit easier. I think we've got 2 doorways to deal with in this compartment though, by the look of it. So we'll start by going through this one here. So we'll go through this door. Okay. Obviously this one, it comes out by 2. Like the rest. Just like that. Ignore the rest of the marking out. That is for a later video. It definitely caused me a bit of confusion though. Obviously that doorway as well above there, we're not dealing with that yet. That will be when we fill this part in. So I'm not sure why I haven't done the other doorways yet. I've just gone straight on to filling this wall in. Oh, some serious lag. There's nothing more annoying than filling something in and then having to do it all over again. And there's nothing more annoying when you're recording as well. It really does choose its moments sometimes. So I'll just finish this wall off and then hopefully I do the doors, but we'll see. Nope, I've gone straight onto the side wall. I promise you we will get round to the doorway eventually. I think I just wanted to get through this as quick as possible. Because it does get a bit repetitive after a bit. There we go. So obviously don't worry about your propeller touching the wall. It's supposed to. Okay, and then when it comes to this bit, you just do it on top of it. And then underneath it as well. There we go. Okay, so that's what your propeller's going to look like coming through the wall. So am I actually going to do the doorways now? It looks like it. So go to 1 to the right, no 2 to the right, sorry. So you got 1, 2, 3 there, and then just run straight forward, and that's where your first doorway is going to go. Okay, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then another door. Okay, and then we can just fill the walls in now. So we've not got far to go now. Not got far to go at all. Let's have a look what temperature it is. It is, when my phone's updated, sometime today. Last time it updated was 5:25 this morning, and it was 18 degrees then. And it's only 19 degrees now. That is crazy. It feels so much hotter than that right now. Maybe because heat gets trapped, I suppose. It was a bit cooler outside when I went outside, but since I got back home from work this morning, ooh, it's been red hot, especially in here. So you might think, oh, 19 degrees, that's absolutely nothing. I'm British. Just remember that, I'm British. Renowned for complaining about the weather. But the thing is, it has been extremely hot over the last few days. So obviously the heat's all trapped in everywhere, and yeah, it's just nasty. I'll carry on filling these in. I'll carry on waffling. Although we are nearly finished now with this one. Okay. Hopefully get to the point I can use a bit of world edit. Speed it up. Okay. Every little bit helps. So like I said, ignore them doorways, because we'll deal with them another time. Crack the world edit out again, there we go. Yay. Lovely. Right, that's actually that compartment dealt with. So we are nearly there. So this one doesn't actually have any doorways, so there's no doorway to figure out, thankfully. So it will just be a case of filling up the walls, and that is it. And I don't know if there's anything in the very last compartment. We'll have to check in a second. But yeah, as you can see, no other doorways, just the two that are already in there. And yeah, the rest just gets filled in. So obviously the doorways on this side come out by two, like they have everywhere else. I know I'm planning around doorways there that you don't have. Don't worry about it, just fill the whole wall in. Because I will do the placements for those doors at the correct time. Don't worry about covering that propeller. But yes, hopefully, I think this is the last compartment. I don't think there's anything in the last compartment, but we'll see. Lovely. So I've actually only just migrated my Minecraft, because I kept getting emails saying that you need to migrate before, what was it, the 19th of September or something like that, or else you won't be able to play Minecraft Java anymore. It's like, huh? I couldn't imagine doing these ships without world edit, so I've migrated my account. So if you don't know about that and you do play Java, I would maybe look at migrating your account, because you might lose access to Java, which seems really weird to me, because it's quite a popular version of Minecraft. I don't know if you lose complete access or what, but obviously I didn't want to take the risk, so I've successfully done mine now. Left it a bit late. Only 8 days left to go till the cut-off point. Yeah, I've been getting emails for months about that, so if you haven't done yours, I do suggest that you do it now. So just a case of filling these in now. So I think it will be a case of I need to speed this part up, definitely. Okay, so now that bit's speeded up, it should go a lot quicker. And again, I didn't want to cut it out. I wanted to show you, you know, just follow the shape of the wall and all that. I'm not a fan of cutting things out if I don't have to, unless it's absolutely necessary. But yes, to say that I had nothing to talk about, we've talked about spiders, I've complained about the weather, I've done a Woody Woodpecker impression. What else? I've talked about the migrating the Java account. I've mentioned my new channel. I've also had a caffeine overload a little bit earlier on, and obviously we've talked about the potential ghost story Queen Mary thing for Halloween. But I need to let you get back to me about that, because I don't want to do it if no one's going to be interested or whatever. I don't want to waste my time, because I get limited time to do these videos to start with, so I at least want it to pay off if I do manage to get it done. But like I said, that all depends on Queen Mary being ready, and I don't think it's going to be ready enough. Like, we wouldn't have to have the whole ship in by Halloween, but there'd need to be considerably more in there, I think. Especially like key areas, especially the pool, because the pool area is haunted as well. So at this point in time, I'm actually not too sure how far up the ship the pool is. Let's just check this compartment. Yes, I suppose we could fill these walls in as well. So this is the absolute last thing that we're doing now. And then we're all done. Thankfully. We've got most of the walls in at this point. Not all, but most. So that's always good. Obviously don't go above that point there with the walls. Let's stay below the deck. So maybe do this so you don't lose track and go too high. It is very quick to fill in this last bit. And then we're all done. And I can go to a much cooler room and cool off for a little bit before I've got to go to work. But yes, for now, the Queen Mary videos are still coming out once every 2 weeks for now. I need to get a bit of a build up before I can set it to being like a weekly upload. I'm feeling the gap a bit more now that Empress is finished, because I was uploading that every Friday. Obviously I don't have that now. So I'll try to get there as quickly as possible. Try to build a few videos up, and then I can start releasing weekly then, hopefully. But yes, that is it, all done. So I hope you followed along okay, and you enjoyed the part, like usual. You know, get back to me. You know, leave me a comment if you're having any trouble, or if you're confused about anything. But other than that, that is it for this part. So it's the automatic doors in part 7, and yes, that's about it. So yes, thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next part.